Yo, what up everybody, it's Peace-I. Welcome to another video. So, I made a couple changes to the deck. I tried a 50 card build. That didn't work out too well. So I went back to 60, and I did some playtesting and some theory crafting. And I think this updated list is a lot better in terms of playing through negations, and the end board is much more consistent and more powerful. So, let's go through the profile real quick, and then I'm going to show some combos as well. So we've got our 3 Black Metal Dragon and our 3 Star Liege Seifert. You want to have as many starters as you can, and those are 1-card starters for the Bare Bones combo. Next, we've got the Rocket Package, 2 Tracer and 1 Rocket Recharger. So what I realized with Rocket Recharger is that it essentially makes any Striker Dragon a monster reborn. So for recursion purposes, this is really amazing when it's in your graveyard. And then we've got the Absolrouter Dragon to search the Tracer. Then we've got our one of miscellaneous dragons. We've got our Chaos Dragon, our Omni Dragon Brotar, our Dragoonity Phalanx, our White Dragon Wyverburster, Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. We're running the Red Eyes Wyvern. It's nice to just have an extra dragon. I mean, in testing, I pitched this off of Seifert. It makes Black Metal Dragon even more powerful because you get an extra discard fodder. And then its Monster Reborn effect for Dragoon or Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon is really useful as well. It sucks that it's a wind, but just having that ability to have it in your graveyard to reborn your Dragoon or your Red MD after it gets outed is really nice. One of Noctovision Dragon. So since LP still exists, come on Army, get out of here. LP still exists by having one-ofs in your deck that you can just beam out that do different things. It just comes up, and like I said in my other video, since we play the Absolrouter, you can use that with Seifert to search this out. It's an extra extender if you have any dragon. It's just really good. The one Levianeer still, it's hyper searchable. You kind of don't want to draw it early, so you just play one. And then the Red MD. So next up for the dangers, we've got Jackalope, Tsuchinoko, Triple Chupacabra, Triple Mothman, Danger Nessie, 2 Thunderbird, and then 2 Bigfoot. So we actually increased the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 now over the 11 that we had last time. So you are going to be singing your dangers a little bit more. That's about how many hand traps the 60-card version of Dragon Link used to play before Link Cross was banned. Next up for the Thunder Engine, we've got triple Vanilla Thunder Dragon. I tried to cut this out, but having it as an option is so good. Being able to get lights in the graveyard. This is just super searchable because anytime you go Guardragon combo, you get to banish something from your deck, which is insane. The 1 Roar, the 1 Dragon Dark, the 1 Hawk, and the new addition is the Thunder Dragon Duo. So our end board looks a little bit different, and then Thunder Dragon Duo in a simplified game state is an amazing boss monster, and it actually allows you to recycle your banished cards, which is really good. I cut the Thunder Dragon Matrix and stuff because we're not really going that route anymore. Next up for some main deck hand traps, I'm still maining 6, the Lancia and the Nibiru. They are light, so that certainly helps, and they're super high impact, which also helps. We are playing 60, so you do see these every now and then, but they're just super powerful, and you might as well play them. Next up, the Dark Magician and the Red Eyes for the combo, and then finally the rest is just spells. So we got the Red Eyes Fusion. You really don't want to draw this. 1 for 1. It's an extra copy of Black Metal Dragon. It's just full combo. Another super duper amazing extender is Chaos Space. By having the extra lights, you can search the Thunder Dragon Duo if you need it, the Levianeer, or the Chaos Dragons. Then we've got Quick Launch. Really cool to see it, which you can actually go with the Divine Lance, the Dragoon Divine Lance. If you see your quick launch and you don't have to get the Ravine to search out your Rocket Tracer. And then World Legacy Guardragon, another amazing extender. Armageddonite, why must you be everywhere? Finally, we got the Dragoon Divine Lance, the Dragon Ravine, and the Boot Sector Launch. Alright, so let's take a look. Shout out Team's bad cards. Represent. Let's take a look at the extra deck. We got our Nibiru token. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment. Borlode Savage Dragon. New edition, number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon, Titanic Galaxy. And then another new edition, 3 Striker Dragons now. Having the ability to Monster Reborn every single turn is broken in the grind games. Yeah, it's just really useful. This deck really mimics Danger Thunder Dragon from a long time ago, where you ran the 2 Colossus, the 1 Hot Red, the Harbinger, and then the rest was just Link monsters. So it's really interesting that it's come full circle. Next, we've got Pisty and Elpie. Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. This is such a powerful boss monster. Way better than Apollosa, so you want to make this over that, which is why I ended up just cutting Apollosa entirely. The Protector Whelp. You never know if you need another Light Engrave, and then this makes it so that you can use Reproducus in conjunction with Elpie to essentially go full Guardragon combo with just a handful of dangers. And then your whole plays start, which really increases the consistency of this deck. I just wish that the better dangers were at higher ratios so that I wouldn't have to like play 3 Chupacabra and stuff like that. Prepine Verte Anaconda, Reproducus, Romulus. You're usually using Romulus to equip to your Savage. And then Boral Sword finally to close out games. What's a dragon deck without Boral Sword? Alright, so finally for the side deck, I also changed some things, but side decks should just be adjusted for the meta and whatnot, or what you're facing, or what you think you're going to face. So Pankratops is generically good. I cut down Phantasme because I realized that the main decks out there are not actually Link Summoning at all. I wanted to make room for Gamma. Gamma is super powerful, super high impact. It's actually good going first or second. I should probably main this over Lancia, but the decks that I face with my friends usually banish a lot. So I'd rather have reduce the chance of breaking on Psyframe Driver and being able to just floodgate them out of banishing over having that. But Drone Lockbird has proven itself to be really good this format, so there she is. Or he, I don't know. And then for the spells, I've got Harpy's Feather Duster for the back row decks, triple Cosmic Cyclone. I'm still afraid of Eldritch and stuff, so I'm not doing Twin Twisters. But people are saying that Lancia in the main deck is actually hurting Cosmic Cyclone and evenly matched and stuff like that. So I ended up cutting the evenlies because Dragons needs their battle phase anyway, honestly. So evenly wasn't even something that I should have been doing. I just need Lightning Storms or something like that, which is way better if you open it. But because you have danger monsters, if you danger and then draw into a card like Lightning Storm, you can't use it. I don't own Lightning Storms anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I think that it's kind of funny because when you're playing dangers, you have to run cards that are useful to you when you draw them. So evenly kind of conflicted with that, so I got rid of it. I'm still keeping Red Reboot, though, because if you draw this, it's the God card. I wish this was at higher power because I'm more of a combo player than a back row player. But Red Reboot, Pankratops are always really good against back row matchups and a lot of matchups, actually. All right, so I'm going to shuffle up and do some test hands for you guys. I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. I hope you guys are having a good holiday and you're just enjoying yourselves, staying warm. It's 17 degrees outside, the gym is closed tomorrow for Christmas, which I guess I can understand. All right, shuffle up for some randomization. So ideally, we want to get the full end board, and it is super consistent, so hopefully I can showcase that, but Murphy's Law says that anything that can go wrong will go wrong, which is why this will be the brickiest hand I've ever seen in my life. All right, so let's put our field center. You can't really see it very well. All right. So let's draw our 5-card hand. We got Starly Seifert, World Legacy Guardragon, Danger Chupacabra, White Dragon Wyverburster, and Red Eyes Dark Metal Dragon. All right, I'm not going to lie. This hand is pretty standard. It's nice to see all these extenders, but we play these extenders, and fortunately we didn't draw any of the main bricks. So without the Black Metal Dragon, this is just a standard extender that can reborn. We've got Seifert, which is nice. We can get into our our Chaos Dragons, but the thing is we already drew white. And then we also drew the World Legacy Guardragon as the extender. So this is essentially definitely the full board, and even if we're playing through disruptions, we're still going to get something out of this. All right, so we're going to start our turn by normal summoning Starly Seifert. So even if they negate this, which they probably won't, because Gamma is in the format, even if they negate this, we will still have full combo because of the World Legacy Guardragon. But I'm going to use this effect, cost sending itself to the graveyard, to search. So, since we already have the White Dragon Wyverburster and the World Legacy Guardragon, we can actually search our copy of Rocket Tracer. So we're going to add that. So if they feared the Gamma, they're not going to ash that or anything like that. So we're good on that front. All right, so now we're going to use World Legacy Guardragon to special summon Striker back. Then we're going to link it off for our first Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon effect to special to add Boot Sector Launch. Now for our next trick, we're going to banish the Striker Dragon to special summon our Red MD. Then we're going to use Red MD's effect to special summon our Starly Seifert. Then we're going to link 2 up into Dragoonity Knight Romulus. Romulus's effect will activate and search. So, since we already have access to Tracer, we do not need the Dragon Ravine. So we get to keep 1 card in our hand. We end up getting the Dragoonity Divine Lance. So we're going to immediately activate that and then activate its effect to equip our Phalanx from deck. And there we are. So it's not nearly as broken since Link Cross is banned, but it's nice to have the option to be able to special summon this from your field, or from your spell and trap zone. So the thing is that Phalanx is still, I don't know how much it is, maybe less than $2 now, but if you want to play this on a slight budget, Dragoonity Koos is also something that you can equip from deck with Divine Lance and then special summon itself. It just can't be used as synchro material for a non-Dragoonity monster, I believe. So if you don't have a Phalanx, go ahead and use that common card, which is Sense, whereas this is, I think, at least $1 or $2. So anyway, we're going to use its effect to special summon itself. And then now all we need to do is give ourselves 1 more extender. So if we didn't have White Dragon Wyverburster, we would activate Boot Sector Launch and special summon the Rocket Tracer here. But since we have this extender, we can go ahead and banish our Red Eyes and then special summon it. Now, in all the old combos for Dragon Link, you had to essentially make Striker Dragon and Elpie and then summon it in a crazy way. We don't do that anymore since we don't have to go through Needle Fiber to get to that part of the combo. So we're just going to do what we used to do back in the day and go Elpie and then Pisty. Now, we didn't have to do that since we've got World Legacy Guardragon, but I'm going to show you the bare bones combo as much as I can with all these extenders to show you what we would do if we didn't have the World Legacy Guardragon, because honestly, in 60 cards, a lot of times you don't. So, White Dragon Wyvern Burster is going to allow us to search for another extender, which is nice. The Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Alright, so here we're going to actually use Guardragon LP's effect to summon from our deck. So, we already have access to Tracer, like I said before. So we're just going to go for our Brotar. We don't need this extra extender, so we are going to use Brotar's effect targeting LP, discarding Chupacabra. This is going to search our Levianeer. Alright, so we're looking pretty good. From this point, we're going to go ahead and link our Romulus and our Brotar off for Protector Whelp. This frees up our Pisty zone. So, what do we want to bring back with Pisty? Something that we want in our graveyard. So, we've already got Brotar and our Starliege Seyfert in our graveyard. We actually don't even have enough darks yet. So, we need to get one more dark in grave. So, what we would do here is we would just activate Levianeer's effect later on. We're going to activate Pisty's effect first, bringing back the Striker Dragon from our Banish Zone. So now we've got our dragons on the field. We're going to use these 3 dragons, banish them to special summon our Trish Fusion from our extra deck. So we're going to bring the Trish Fusion out. Alright, so on summon, the Trish Fusion is going to banish a card from your opponent's top of their main deck, 1 card from your main deck that you choose, and then 1 card from their extra deck. So if they only run 1 Super Poly target, you get to rip that, or if their main strategy is based on something, you can rip that card out, like a Needle Fiber, or their 1 Assault if they're doing that type of shenanigans. There's a lot of 1-ofs in the extra deck, including Rusty. It'll just really put a hamper on them. So, from our main deck, we are going to be banishing Thunder Dragon Roar. Thunder Dragon Roar's effect will trigger, summoning out our Thunder Dragon Dark. So, now all the pieces are in place. We've got a lot going for us here. So, we're going to make one of our amazing boss monsters, probably the best boss monster that this deck can offer. Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. It's a bounce. It can special summon from deck. It's an extender. It's amazing. I love this card. This card's amazing. And then now we just need to basically make our Verte. So we're going to banish Light from grave. Let's go ahead and just banish Wyvern Burster to special summon Black. We're going to link these 2 off for Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda. So if your opponent's been holding Nib, they would probably do it right now to get rid of your Verte, but you'd still get to special summon off of the Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. So from this point, we are going to search because our Thunder Dragon Dark went to graveyard. If you need an extra extender, you can always grab Hawk. Hawk is also in the main deck. If you draw your bricks, you can banish it off of the Trishula Fusion and shuffle them back into your deck. But since we have full combo right now, we're going to grab our Thunder Dragon Duo. You're about to see the super consistent board that I always get with this, which is really nice. I'm really glad that the first hand worked out. We're going to banish 3 darks. We've got Chupacabra, Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, and Thunder Dragon Dark. That's unfortunate. I wish we had more darks, but whatever. So you already ripped apart your opponent's extra deck. Now you're going to rip a card from their hand as well. So you just take one of those. Then also you special summon your Thunder Dragon Duo, which since it's going to be properly summoned by banishing the Whelp and unfortunately our Omni Dragon Brotar, we do get to summon it back later with Thunder Dragon Hawk. We're going to overlay with those 2 for number 38. That's the last light monster that we're going to summon from our extra deck. So we're going to activate our Boot Sector launch. And we're going to activate Boot Sector launch's effect, special summoning the Rocket Tracer from our hand. We're going to use the effect, pop our World Legacy Guardragon, which we don't need anymore, to special summon from our deck Rocket Recharger. Now we're going to synchro summon with those two for Borreload Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon's effect will activate, equipping our Dragoon Unite Romulus and giving us 2 negates. Then finally, we're going to use Predaplant Verte Anaconda's effect, pay 2,000 life points, dump our Red Eyes Fusion as cost in order to send our Dark Magician and our Red Eyes Black Dragon to graveyard in order to summon one of the most unfair boss monsters created, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So essentially, this is the final board, the full board. Unfortunately, we don't have a hand to trigger that effect, but if you do value Dragoon's effect and your opponent's not putting anything on the board, what usually happens is that you can actually use the effect of Hermetic Seal of Heavenly Spheres to bring the Boot Sector launch back to your hand. That turns on Dragoon's negate if you do need that 3rd negate, because you do already have Savage and then Hope Harbinger. So the thing is, your opponent can't do their crazy shenanigans and try to attack you for a game with anything super crazy, because you can just reroute it to Titanic Galaxy, which is nice. So your baby monsters, your Verte and your Heavenly Spheres are protected. Borreload Savage is an Omni negate, and then so is Dragoon, but it's also indestructible, and it's just stupid and insane. And Hermetic Seal of Heavenly Spheres will give you follow-up. Your extra deck is stacked still. Striker Dragon is a copy of Monster Reborn for any dark monster in your graveyard. You got the Reproducus that we didn't use, a generic Link 2 that you can use to Link Climb. And then finally, Borrelsword Dragon for OT King, although you shouldn't need it unless you get Dark Ruler Even Lead. And even then, you'll still have follow-ups because you can still activate Erratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres and special summon some type of follow-up from your deck. So anyway, that was the first test hand, and we've already been going for 24 minutes. I really wish I could show you another one, but that's essentially what this deck can do. Also going second is just as powerful as Dragon Link was before, except we just don't have Link Cross as that extender, unfortunately. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you think any changes should happen to this deck. I did cut Titan and the other fusion because, I mean, although that's pretty cool and stuff, it's not really powerful, and it just adds more bricks to the mix. So I'm using the Thunder Engine more as utility instead of being part of the main engine. Colossus really carried that part of the engine, so I think it was correct to reduce it. Being able to search a level 8 with the Thunder Dragon Darks effect is really useful because we can go into one of the best rank 8s ever created for dragons, Hope Harbinger, which protects our board and can negate a spell as well by redirecting attacks and whatnot by detaching material, which is really nice. And yeah, I guess I'll just stop babbling on. I'll see you guys in the next one.